Welcome to another edition of the Intelligence Report. I'm your host, Dr. Joseph Opare. Before we get started today, please like and subscribe. Tell others about this so they can also come and glean the information that you are getting. All right. Well, we want to go way back in time to Donald Trump's first term. And why are we going there? Because he called African countries, I'm not really a swearing man, but he called them S-hole countries. Yes, he did. But it's kind of strange that he would do that, and then at the same time too, if we roll forward, get in a scramble and a tussle with different ones over the resources, along with France, coming out of sub-Saharan Africa. Now, we need to look at some things that are kind of a little bit strange going on social media, and also kind of a news blackout pertaining to certain things. A few weeks ago, there was supposedly an attempt in Ivory Coast of a coup d'etat, and there was a news blackout on that, and the news blackout to the point where there wasn't even a denial or people actually in Ivory Coast saying that there was an actual alleged coup attempt. And then now around or just before June, apparently some people on social media, and there's also a Ghana website, I've been looking for the source of the information, because again, from the Western news agencies, there seems to be a silence where this is concerned, but apparently there was an attempted insertion of 47 vehicles masquerading as a convoy for an aid agency. However, when this convoy, which was passing through Togo, and we just spoke about Togo just the other day, with the Nasimbe dynasty of dictatorship, this convoy was passing through Togo to get into Burkina Faso. And when they were intercepted at the border, as I said, they said that they were an aid agency bringing in aid into the country, and so they were searched. And when they were searched, apparently they were found to be carrying Fulani mercenaries, RPGs and Kalashnikov rifles, and all manner of weapons and ammunition to the tune, some are saying, of around $100 million.
47 trucks carrying weapons worth $100 were seized at the borders of Burkina Faso. This raises serious questions. How that these guys use humanitarian aid channels to transport dangerous weapons to West Africa, especially in a time like this where they're battling with security challenges.
Wow. And then shortly after this, it seems as if President Donald Trump, let me be respectful, replaced our friend over in the US military, Michael Langley, who was in the whole escapade a few weeks back, speaking in a very derogatory manner about Ibrahim Traore. Now, what is said to have happened is that around June 4th, President Trump has gone ahead and swapped him out, saying that he will finish his term as the leader of AFRICOM, which will end shortly. But on June 4th, there was an appointment of a new general or head of AFRICOM coming out of Germany, because we know the headquarters for AFRICOM is in Germany. Now, this particular man that has been put in charge is interesting. He goes by the name of Lieutenant General Dagvin R.M. Anderson. And the reason why we need to look at this man into a little bit more detail is because of the following. He was over the Special Operations Command. Let's dig into the details of what this command actually does. The command's core missions include battlefield air operations, agile combat support, aviation, foreign internal defense, information operations, military support operations, precision strike, special air mobility, command and control, and intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. Wow, what a resume that this man has and where he's coming from. So they have swamped out a loud Marine, and they've brought in instead someone who is into more covert and more dangerous efforts at toppling and destabilizing through military efforts. Is it because Langley made a mess? Was he the one that staged the infiltration of the Fulani with the 47 vehicles? And so shortly after this, he gets fired. He gets fired, number one, because he's loud. He gets fired, number two, because it was an embarrassment to the United States on the world stage. And now they've brought in someone more sophisticated to conduct covert operations. And also, this is a man that deals with air supremacy. So maybe they've realized that instead of trying to wage a ground assault, that they need to take things to the air and do surveillance in the air. And I say this because suddenly there are reports of French spy planes in the air over Burkina Faso. Why am I reporting on all these things? Because the scripture tells us of wars and rumors of wars. And we need to understand there is a war not only taking place in Europe, not only taking place with the agitation between the US and China and Russia and Israel and Iran, but here on the continent of Africa, that fight is for freedom from neocolonialism. Bless you. Thank you for listening to another edition of the Intelligence Report. Catch you again soon.